Derrick Young of Daygroup21 LLC. This is Derrick the Mother Funder Young. Yes, I said it, the Mother Funder, bringing you good day, great people. How are you guys doing today? I am Derrick the Mother Funder Young, and I'll tell y'all why they call me that in a little bit. But today, guys, you are here. The show, the famous show known as the Building Wealth Through Real Estate. So thank you for showing up. We have a great one for you as always. And I'll be checking the chats, looking back and forth, trying to make sure that I correspond with everybody. So today I look a little sweaty because I had to actually do some real estate work today behind me. So I wanted to go live from the actual site. So probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago, we did a show at I think it was the gas station. It was the gas station. So anyway, but what I want you guys to do is to let us know where you guys are signing in from and put it in the chat for me. Let us know where you guys are chiming in from. And then we'll wait for you guys to sign on. All right, but I will give myself a proper introduction. I am Derrick from Birmingham, Alabama. I am a real estate investor, a serial entrepreneur, and I got a lot of great projects that we're working on right now. And so one of the projects that we're working on is this house behind us, and a couple of other projects, and then a clubhouse networking event on tomorrow, and I will get the information out to you guys. And I think we are live and active in the chat. So let's welcome everyone. Welcome. Let's see who we have in the chat, guys. All right. Miss Tammy Mack from Columbus, Ohio. Thank you for being here with us. All right. And then we have Susan Stewart from Canada. Welcome. Then we have Miss DeAndrea Knox from Charlottesville. No, not Charlottesville. Charlotte, North Carolina. And then we have Miss Susan Stewart from Toronto, Canada. Okay. Oh, it's the same. Oh, okay. All right. Gotcha. Okay. Well, welcome everyone. Welcome. We appreciate you being here with us today. And so we'll talk a little bit about what we got going on today. So, and as people come into the chat, we'll welcome them in. So today's topic is what I want to talk about is how do you network? How do you network? And he was like, oh my goodness, what in the world does real estate have to do with networking and all this other stuff like that? So I'll tell you, just follow me here so you guys can get some tips and techniques on when you go into networking settings. So over at my company is called Daygroup21, and we're a business consultation firm. And so what we do is we focus on three things. We focus on funding, education, and networking. And so what our goal is to develop people and businesses, because you can't have one without the other. So in my experience, 18 years of one of the top logistics companies, I started doing real estate while I had my W-2, and then I was able to get proficient in it. And then people will call me all over the country to ask and help negotiate deals. Now, how can somebody that worked in the logistics business do something like that? Because initially I was a paid W-2 worker, right? Hourly worker. But however, in my job, I was so great at it that when I left or when I was going on vacation or when I was out sick, people would call to make sure that everything was okay. So the question is, how do you network, right? And so at the time, I really didn't know when I first got started with the company back in 2004. 2004. And I didn't know that I was networking. I was just doing my job, but I did it great. I really loved it and I missed my clients. So, question is, how do you network? So, when you're going into settings, the setting is not to sell, but to educate people on the things that you do. So, for instance, I'll give you an example. So, my partner is, owns this house, right? And so, what I'm doing is I was able to take his course. I started off in multifamily, but I wanted to know more about single family homes, right? So I took the course and I got started in single family. So it was an opportunity for me to network with with the teacher. So now the guy who owns this house is my mentor on the single family. So he's an appraiser, has a book out, and just he's renowned. He's really really special. So how did I get here? By networking, and it comes from actually taking the action. Right, you got to take action with any and everything that you do. So going back to the logistics business, yes, it was a service, but how do you serve your customers or clients? No matter if you're in the medical field, if you're a nurse, how are you serving your clients? That client is your patient. So in essence, you never know how you can network. So what we have to do is use our experience as networking opportunities. So we have some more special guests that just have joined us. All right. So we got Priscilla Mendez, how are you? All the way from the Dominican Republic of Punta Cana, a pretty destination place. All right. So we have Miss Kathy M. Johnson, all the way from Stanford, New Jersey. Welcome, welcome. Dominique German from Troy, New York. We have a Troy, Alabama. We have a Troy, Alabama here, and that's a college town. So welcome. Then we have Natasha Meadows from New Jersey. So New Jersey's in the house. All right. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. So getting back to the conversation, guys, um, I want to know, like, how do you network, and is networking really worth it? So I believe that when you're in certain settings, is that you have to create relationships, and based on these relationships that we have, we should not be transactional, but we should be relational. So relational means to be long term. So that way you understand that you're wanting to create a win-win situation, because some people, some salesmen are only worried about the transaction, when the transaction is good if it's in that type of setting. But I'm the type of person where I want to create a relationship where, hey, how are the kids doing? How's your mom doing? Because that sets you aside from those who are transactional, right? And so what I want to do really quick, you guys do this favor for me. I want you to please like, share, and subscribe. Tell everybody that we're on now wherever you're at. If you're on Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever platform that you are, share the message out. Let people know that we are here, because we got a special that we want to give out too. So we're looking for you to promote, and sharing is caring, guys. So please share and subscribe. And then what we want you guys to do is, let's have a conversation in the chat. Comment in the chat. Um, how do you network, or do you network at work, or what do you do? What are your forms of networking? And help me out and let me know about that. And then, guys, make sure y'all following us on social media, wherever you are. So if that's Instagram, or you know what, not Instagram. I was supposed to be shooting on Instagram, but if you're following us on LinkedIn, if you're following us on Facebook, and wherever you're watching, YouTube, give us a follow, like, share, and subscribe. Because I believe that what we're doing here is we're developing you guys, right? And so the development is the most important thing, is that we not stay where we are, because you want to be able to expand expand your brain, expand your message, expand your brain, because the brain is made of neuroplasticity, so that means that it can expand. So I did a 90-day challenge, and I'll tell y'all this: I did a 90-day challenge. I think it was last month sometime, and I had to get 200 miles within 90 days. And however, I lost the competition, but that sparked so many messages, right? Is that there were times that I wanted to quit, and during that process, I was encouraged. Hey, keep on going. It's for a reason, right? So I created a habit of making sure that I get more exercise, and so I wanted to quit, but needless to say, did I know that I was a lot stronger than what I thought I was. So I remember nights when I was working, I was up early in the morning working, and I was like, hey, I got to get these miles in because that's the agreement. Got to get these miles in. And so once I got those miles in, um, it was amazing. So I would say one more mile, and then one more mile would be 2 more miles, and then 2 more miles would be 3 more miles. And I was like, man, what has gotten into me? And that's beast mode. So if y'all ever knew Kobe Bryant had an alter ego, and he called it the the Mamba mentality. And so when he was in his zone, his teammates knew not to mess with him because he was about to go in. So what is your method? Like, we're networking here. How do you network? So let's go to the chat and see what we got. Okay, so we got a new guest. Let's see. Natasha. I don't think we did. We say we'll give you another welcome if we did. So Miss Meadows from New Jersey. All right, and then we have Miss Brenda from Monroe, Michigan. I think. Then we have Miss Curry from Austin, Texas. All right, Celeste Curry, how are you? Okay, then we have Miss Kathy. All right, so now we get into the questions. Okay, so I asked, like, how do you network? So these are tips and techniques that anybody can use. And I'm sorry, guys, I got bugs in the background. So uh, so she says, National Night Expos and flea markets. Flea markets. That's people don't know that you can find some of the best people. Normally, if you think about the psychology of why would a person um, be shopping at a flea market, right? Because they're shopping for bargains. That means that they are creating a an ecosphere, and so that's what an investor is. An investor is a bargain shopper, right? A true investor, whether it be real estate or business, they're bargain shoppers. And so that is where you want to go. So then she said expos. Okay. All right. So expos are like seminars. So you can go, let's say if it's like a hair show um, or fashion show, uh, small business expos where small businesses go and they present, right? So they'll present their business hoping to gain more clients, right? Because that's a way to attract people from many walks of life that travel all over to get to, depending on what type of expo is. Okay, so national night out. So depending on what that particular entity or organization calls a national night out, whether it be local, because you can have a local, citywide, a countywide, a statewide, and a national wide, and you can even break it down to regions, right? And you can have fun like that. So then we have Miss Deandra Knox. So let's go. So Miss Deandra, let's break this down. So I love getting the participation. So if you guys have any ways that you all give some feedback, I will personally break it down and then give y'all some examples. So that is the most important thing. So I'm like a blue collar, white collar person. So not only can I represent the homeowner, but guess what? I can actually work in the home and negotiate, right? So that's what makes me so multifaceted, because I'm a little bit of a geek at heart when it comes to this. I love this, right? And so what we'll do is we'll break this down. So Ms. Knox, okay, she says, I am learning to start conversations with everyone. For example, I was recently in Vegas for a company event, and I made sure to talk to everyone and identify ways in which we had similar goals. I also wrote down everybody's name that I wanted to circle back with, and I found them on LinkedIn in order to stay connected. Now, guys, I don't even have to. I don't have to break this down. She did everything correct. Like when I say this is how you network, right? This is how you network. You're intentional. So sometimes we have biases where we'll judge a person based off of the way that they look and everything. So I'll give y'all an example. So I was at a family office conference, and so what a family office conference is, it is a high net worth of families that come together. They'll have representatives that represent them, and they have fiduciary. And so fiduciary is making sure that they are responsible, and they have a financial and fiscal responsibility to make sure that they are investing their monies into projects that will give them back a return. So, in short, they're people that manage high net worth individuals' money. So I go and I'm gonna go ahead and just spill the beans. So I'll let this go. Next time I'll have to charge y'all for this bit of advice. So what I did was I went in and I saw an older gentleman. So I said, hey, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna network with him and I'm gonna say, hey, how you doing? And so it was a young, beautiful young lady sitting across from him. And so I said, well, hey, I'm Derrick. He introduced himself, and so he gave me his card. So I said, well, look, let's do this. Let me get a selfie with you and then make sure you hold your card. So he takes my phone and he takes a picture of me and the young lady. And I said, well, no, I wasn't talking about her. I was talking about you. Now, certain situations. So I see an older gentleman, posture, right? So that means that he's here for a reason. So that reason was, and I didn't know that he was one of the main presenters. So I said, put it in my mind. I'm not going to judge a book by its cover. It might not even bring anything, a solidification of a situation or a relationship or doing business together. So what ended up happening is I see everybody running to this particular guy. So let me rewind back. So I was like, no, sir, I wanted to get a selfie with you so we can connect later on. So if I want to waste time, I'm going to waste time, but at least I can pursue or try because you never know what you get. It's like what Forrest Gump says, life's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. So what that means is that try anyway, regardless, right? Just try. So I tried. And so he was like, oh, he said, well, I'm honored. And then I said, well, now, since after we took the selfie, I said, now I do want you to take a picture of me and her. Same thing. So it was an experience, and that's what you want. So good job, Miss Knox. Great job. And that's where the money is made is when you can follow up and stay connected. Oh, I didn't give y'all the conclusion. So as I'm talking to another person, so one of the presenters came down because I was still on the other side where they had the booths and I was networking. So I see a bunch of people just flocking to this person, and I'm like, what's going on? So I look and I'm like, wow, I took a selfie with him earlier. And so I'm like, so just think about how that made him feel. I didn't know him. This is my first time ever meeting him. So just think about that. So put yourself in networking situations just like that, and then that'll set you apart. And I still do talk to that guy. And we're supposed to be doing some business pretty soon. All right. So Mr. Les says, randomly spark up a conversation in various places. Correct. So let's say if you're at the store, you just say, "Hey, how you doing? Hot day outside." Just spark up a random, and then you can say, "Oh yeah, it's not as bad as yesterday when I went into work." And then you could tell them a little bit about your store. "Oh yeah, I'm a real estate investor, and so I had a hard day." And you never know. Is whatever. Oh, I'm a sales rep for a medical facility. Oh, I'm a teacher. I'm a doctor. I'm a lawyer. And then you can go and tell your story. And so, but yes, that's a way to overcome some fears that you might have as well too. So great job. And then so LinkedIn user says I network using Chamber of Commerce events, women business groups, and other social media. So that's great. Same here. So what I did was I'm on 3 to 4 Chamber of Commerce, and then I do go to a networking group. So I have a real estate program that I offer on my digital card, and I'll show y'all something. I want y'all to do this. I will give a special out as well while we're here. So, and this is just for those who are here with me, and we'll have another 9 minutes or so. So, what happened? I went to a retirement home, and I didn't know it was a retirement home, but they have uh, a networking event over there. So they have placement services, and they have all of these things there, right? So I go in and I network with the people, and so the people are telling me what all they do. They do placements, and so I'm like, now I'm in real estate and I'm a business owner, and I have all of these other things, but never once did I consider talking about retirement. Where will we place mom, or where will we place dad, or if I even had the tools when I'm consulting for clients, that what if they need to have placement? And so then a light bulb went off in my head. This is a service that my company needs to offer that will be able to help understand family members, because it's already a tough time for them where they have to sell the house, and then they have to sell the products or the old things. And so it's a lot that goes into it. And so that'll be a service that we'll be adding on after we educate ourselves, and we'll be doing some presentations on it. All right. So Gerald Brown says, I'm a business owner in network marketing. Okay. All right. Okay. Miss Dominique German. I like that. She says, wear a name tag with your brand wherever you go. Nice, nice, nice. Um, so that is representation. So when you're wearing Nikes or Nike apparel, you'll have the swoosh, the Nike swoosh. So you're advertising for them, right? That's the brand. So you want to identify yourself and separate the crowd. All right, and then Miss Celia, Kathy M. Johnson, love your thoughts. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. They don't call me the mother funder for nothing. And I'll stop since you shared this, so I'm gonna let you know. So being a business consultation firm and a business consultant, that is one of the things that I love doing. Is I love educating people and presenting on funded education and network where we're developing people and businesses. So I had a friend and a mentor at the time. I knew that he needed clients, and I knew people that were looking to purchase property because I was trying to purchase other property. So he convinced me to partner up with him, and so I did. I sent him so many clients over the time frame, and he had to shut his operation down because I overloaded the system. He didn't have enough manpower to handle all of the people that I sent his way. And so he told me, he said, well, Derrick, I was just a small business owner, and I was satisfied with just being a small business owner. But he said, here you come, you caused me to shift, and you caused me to get better at what I was doing. And so what ended up happening is he said, well, Derrick, instead of being mad and calling your name, I'm going to call you a good name. He said, that's what, because we met off of Clubhouse. It's a social app called Clubhouse. And he said, you know what, Derrick, I'm not going to call you a bad name. I'm going to call you a good name. And he said, I just thought about it. He said, I'm going to call you the Mother Funder. And he said, you're going to be one of the baddest mother funders in these clubhouse streets. And that is true, where I've been able to give access to capital for business owners and help people understand the implications of financials and to use money as a tool and not just as a spending spree. So, because of you, Miss Celia, everybody knows why they call me the mother funder. All right. So, the next thing is, okay, so Gerald Brown says, Dominic, Jermaine, that's what I do. All right. And then, okay, welcome, Mr. Frank Rogers from Fort Gordon, Georgia. So I got some clients out in Midwood. We're doing some negotiations for we're going to be helping them improve their property. All right. We have Daphne Morgan from Nashville, Tennessee. Welcome, welcome. All right, and then all right. So Miss Wood said, I just got a tip that came from Bill Clinton. See everybody. It works well in my work as a grief relationship facilitator. That's great. That's great. That's really, really great. And Miss Harris is from Memphis, Tennessee. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. And then we have Miss Annette Foster from South Carolina. Thank you for joining us. All right, and so um, with that, guys, it's important in order to be good at what you're doing. Sometimes it's not even about what you do; it's about how you make that person feel or what type of work that you bring to the industry that you're in. Sometimes it's not about that very thing. Yes, I work with houses, but if you think about it, that house it stands by itself, right? You don't need any help, no nothing, right? It stands by itself. And so a house tells its story. So how can we get this bad boy sold? We need a realtor that can network this thing out for us, right? That's what we need. So what I want you guys to do while we're still going, I want you to make sure you give me a follow on Instagram, and that's my Instagram link at the bottom. And then what I'm going to do is I have a special on my digital card purchase. And what I want you guys to do is I'm going to hold my digital card up. So if you're a business owner, you definitely need to have a digital card. And I'll show you how it works. So if you don't know what a digital card is, what you do is take your phone out and put it on the camera. And I want to see what you all's reaction is once you all scan my QR code, and I'll give y'all a quick presentation of what a digital card is. So if you look here, this is a digital card. It's just like a card, but it's in your phone. So what you can do is you can actually scan this card, and my contact information will populate in there. Okay. And so what that will do for you is you're able to tell people the story about what type of business owner are you. So with my digital card acts as a two-fold thing, as a web version and a mobile version, right? So now we're looking at it in the mobile version. So if you were to tap or go to my website, I'd be able to connect you with that, right? And so it's pretty cool because it has all of my social media down here and your links. So in order to be digital, you have to be seen. If you have a service or product that you offer, and you can definitely service clients by shipping something there to them, whether it be a service or a product, then you got to be on the way up. You got to let people know what you're doing. So go on Instagram, give me a follow, Mr. Young 1, and then Let's go back over to the comments. I think we got some new comments. Okay, so Frank Rogers, CSM Rogers, with the economy in turmoil, is it a good time to invest in? I think you meant real estate. Yes, it is a good time. So that's one way that you see it. So I see it as life in general. So it is, put it like this. So when you fight or have a disagreement with your significant other or your mother or your sister and your brother in certain cases, does that stop you from being sister and brother? It doesn't. You're still sister and brother, regardless of the turmoil that you might face. So now, what you do is you just figure out a way how to maneuver and work around that thing that causes you all to have a distraction or to have a fight, right? And so it's no different. You just have to adjust to the conditions. You have to figure out, well, what happened. So you see turmoil, I see opportunity, because it's the way that, and I'm not trying to get political, but it's the way that certain people would love us to react to. But I'm not, I really don't look at it as that way. I see it as opportunity. But it comes with education, right? But you need some help. So you can reach out to me and just see what you're trying to do. Because I say, if you're trying to definitely get into real estate or make a purchase, you need some type of education, right? So we provide that. We got a one-on-one coaching program and a service, right? So it is a good time because real estate is going up, especially the rents. Man, rents are crazy right now. So that's why I say make sure that we are getting our credit right. If we don't have our credit profiles good, we do offer credit repair and legitimate credit repair. This is not a mom and pop. No, nothing against mom and pop, but we are legitimate with the money back guarantee if we don't get anything off of your credit. So our next guest, Miss Charity Morgan Cox from Mobile, Alabama, recruiting for aviation mechanics, like aerospace and manufacturing LLC. Miss Charity, you in the same state as I am. We were down in Mobile probably about 2 months ago. We were looking at some apartments. We were trying to purchase some apartments over there. All right. Jorge Lopez, welcome from Portugal. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for coming. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. All right. I apologize. So forgive me, guys. I sometimes I can talk fast. So let me show you how to operate it. Okay. So what you do is you go to camera. You aim your camera at that, and you should see um, a yellow sign or line that pops up. And once it pops up, you hit that yellow line. It'll say go to site or something. Or if it says show options, you'll click that, and then my contact information will pop in. This is a great networking tool. So instead of passing out cards, what you do is, and we're gonna walk it through. All right. So once you scan this, you'll see an option, and you'll have an option to call, an option to add contacts, right? So what you'll do is you'll add contacts. And then what I want you to do is I want you all to shoot me a text of what you need. So if you need a VA service, I want you to text the VA. If you need social media help, I want you to text SM. If you're trying to start a business, B. Text the word B. If you're trying to get started in real estate, text the word R. And so you'll scan it. And then once you scan it, you should see show options or either a yellow line will pop up or it should just pre-populate in your phone. All right. You got it, Frank? All right, good. Frank says he got it. All right, Miss Woods. What about you? You get it? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. So that is the master of networking. That's what you want because you'll stand out. So when I went to my networking event, people were passing out physical cards because you got to be there. So just imagine if I'm on Instagram or social media now, I can put my QR code up there, scan it, and you guys can capture my information, text me what you need, and then just go from there. Right now, how cool is that? So that will set you apart from everybody else because you might have some other companies that have digital cards, but that digital card that was manufactured and created by my company, the digital portion of our company. And so I'm so excited, guys. I'm so excited. So let's check the chat. So if y'all have any questions, do me a favor as we get ready to close out. I'll give a couple of minutes to see if you guys need any answers. So let's see. Okay. It's charity. Okay. Yes, there's a plethora of real estate here. My vision is housing for contractors. We have new airport, international airport approval. Definitely need funding. All right. So what I want you to do is, were you able to get my QR code? And then I want you to send me a text. If not, we'll just put it in the chat. Well, I'll put it across the screen. Let's do that. And then in the meantime, what I want you guys to do is watch this quick promo of Dr. King and I. We did an interview a couple of weeks back, and it was very inspirational. So check this out really quick, guys.
You're just sitting there, a smart person, and the higher ups are not seeing you. You have to stand out. The old saying, we have to be 3, 4, 5 times better than our counterparts. We know this. This is no secret. So get on those projects. Volunteer to do projects. Help people out. You have to go above and beyond. Otherwise, you're going to be in that same spot when you retire, where you started.
And we are back. So that was a great interview that we did. But guys, so since I don't see any other questions in the chat, we'll get ready to close it out. So I want you guys to listen to these words of encouragement. When I did that 90-day challenge, there were times that I gave up, but I found out that I was a lot stronger than what I was. So what I'm asking you to do, whatever situation that you might have. Hold up. All right, Miss Woods, do me this favor. You can take this number down right here, and then you can send me a text what you need help with. Okay. I got it scrolling down at the bottom of the page. And then you can also find me on LinkedIn as well. Normally I have let me see if I can put my other my QR code on here. I don't know where that is. Hmm. uh okay, well that's the number. Just shoot me a text and then we'll go from there. But so I dug deep and I was able to really access a portion of my brain and my sure will where I was not able to access beforehand. But now I know that I can accomplish anything that I put my mind to. I just have to do it. So I want you guys to do it. So if you with me on social media right now, I want you to repeat out to me and say the pledge. I will have a mother funding awesome day. Okay. Hold up, Miss Woods. I'm watching to use my tablet and it did not scan. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Well, the number is here at the bottom of the screen, so make sure you take that. Okay. So, but what I want you to say is just remember this. I will have a mother funding awesome day, and that's it. That's all you have to say. So, people ask me, and you can see somebody having a bad day, or if I'm calling on the phone for a service or something, and they ask me, "How are you doing?" Now you got to make sure that you say it correctly. You say, "Oh yes, thanks for asking, but I'm so mother funding awesome, I cannot stand it." See what type of reaction that you get, and I bet come back to me, let me know what type of reactions that you get. So with that, guys, I am Derrick, the Mother Funder Young, and you've been listening to me, and we've talked, we've chat, and this last promo is about our real estate jam session. So we will have one coming up next week, the second Saturday, and I think that's September 10th. So with that, guys, we will get ready to close the show. And I want to thank each and every one of you for attending today's show, The Building Wealth Through Real Estate. And number one, I want to give a special shout out to the one and only Dr. King. So Dr. Jacqueline King is the CEO of the Black Women Empowered Network. And when I say such an amazing talent, she's been nothing but a good friend and mentor to me. I'm so proud of her, of the accomplishments that she's made, because without her, I would not be here. You guys would not be here to see me, and I would not be able to be here to see you or help or answer any of the questions, some of the great questions that you guys have. So, but yes, shout out to Dr. King and for her building this platform. So I want you guys to make sure that you tell people about it. Share the opportunity so people can be encouraged, so people can learn what they might not be able to hear on a daily basis, right? So I want to encourage you guys to keep it going, to keep it growing. You got to keep on growing. You got to be flowing like water. So guys, watch this promo and we will be ending. I will see you guys next week. Let's see, next week at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Same time, same bat channel. Y'all guys have a good one.
All right, this is Saturday. We're gonna make it a little smooth.
Check.